Today we're at Groot Constantia, the oldest wine farm in the southern hemisphere. We'll be sitting down with the cellar master, Daniel Kilder, to find out how they've adapted to the vulnerabilities associated with climate change.
Us, it has actually improved our environment better for wine growing, but that's only the Constantia region. We have found in the last 4 years we've dropped our temperature by about 1 degree Celsius, but on the other side, in summertime we do have a lot more heat spikes. 2025 was the odd year out in between that wasn't as warm, but normally what we have picked up, we will have 1 or 2 heat spikes during summer, where it goes up to 5, 7 in the last 5 years. So it's had a huge influence on how we farm and how we adapting to what we're doing in the vineyards. It's not entirely negative, no. So yes, it definitely, we have also seen with all these changes in the last 5 years, our production has gone down. But there can be various reasons or other reasons than just climate change. That could be that it's older vineyards, not enough fertilizer in the soil, not putting back what we're taking out. Those type of things that we're also investigating. It's not just the climate change thing. So we're trying to adapt on that side and make sure that everything's available to the plant, so that it's only the climate change influence that we need to really tackle. We have spoken about like cover crops, that we rather whatever we can do to keep moisture that's in the soil. We spoke about earlier about 2016, 2017, 2018 droughts, and because our rainfall in general is so high, those years were actually perfect for us. Numbers wise, Constantia gets about 1,000 to 1,200 millimeters of rain. Average in the Western Cape is about 480 millimeters of rain in a year's time. So during the drought years, that came down to 700, which is still high above the average, which was perfect for the type of produce we're growing. If we were growing something else, it would have been a little bit more available. We had to adapt a lot more to that. But currently at the moment, the way I'm seeing it is it's only becoming more favorable for grape growing in Constantia specifically. The question for me is that the type of cultivars we've got on the farm, whether they are correctly adapted to what is coming in the next 50 years. And that is what the big question is. So to answer your question, is a lot more about being adaptive. You have to adapt a lot quicker and be able to think on your feet to say, listen, it looks this year like it might be a lot more heat spikes than normal. Or this past vintage that we had, 2025, was a lot cooler. So you had to adapt very quickly to say, listen, there's very little predictability in the season that we used to have. It is becoming a lot more being able to change very quickly and say, well, we need to change this method that we used to do. We need to change that now because the season is less predictable.
So would you say?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I think that's it for now. Thank
Cool.
you so much.